Wait a minute. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, Oh. All right. Ay. Okay. My goodness. Just a city, bro. Living in Fresno. He's trying to do a stream. Oh my goodness. Adam got a YouTube notification. I'm already anticipating glitchiness and I'm very frustrated. I don't know if you can't see. I have my Ethernet cable plugged in and I was like, I ain't gonna have any kind of hiccups today. Everything's gonna be all good. We're gonna be on that quality. And my Ethernet wasn't connecting for some reason. I turned off the Wi-Fi. I was gonna go purely off of the I was gonna just like hardwired. How do you say it? Whatever. And it wouldn't work, so I had to go back to Wi-Fi, and that's when it gets glitchy and when everyone's like, "You sound like you're underwater." So hopefully that doesn't happen. Come on! Oh, look at someone already came in with the contribution. Ian, I'm not really feeling that good today, Gary. Good to see you. Come on. Fresno is interesting. You're correct. It is. Every time someone comes to my neck of the woods, they're like, "Hey, you kind of look like you're from Breaking Bad." I'm glad you're back doing MMA videos. Someone has to be out there telling the truth. Ian Garry looks like Ed from Ed, and Eddie. I heard that of that show throughout like my whole childhood. I think I don't know how old I was exactly, but I don't think I ever watched it. That's the one with like triplets, right? Is that what was going on? Oh, he does. I already know what character you're talking about. He does. Oh man. For some reason, that dude likes to be a trip. He likes to be in those triplet scenarios. What's up, Pava? What's up, Josh Goldstein? I never teach Ian Garry attitude. Ian Gary's just an annoying dude. He's just a bad dude. He's just like, man, even people that seem to like that, like even Adesanya fans can't get on board with Ian Garry. I don't know what it is. That I never understand how people could be that oblivious to just how unbelievably and if he was trying to be a heel, I would understand, but you could tell he's trying to get people like he wants people to like him. So he really just is that unaware. Oh, let me thank you for letting me know that, James McFarlane. I want to shout out who contributed to the movie right now. This was a contribution from wait, I don't think this was from right now, but Rudolph Sneep, if you're out there, Rudolph Sneep contributed to the movie. I think that was at 12:06 a.m. Thank you, Rudolph Sneep. Thank you very much for doing it, for helping make this thing come to life. And Justin Lipscomb just donated as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, this is all of our movie. This ain't being funded by Netflix. It's not being funded by Universal or Pixar or anything like that. I tried very hard to get Pixar on board. Couldn't make it happen. They decided to do Toy Story 7 instead. I heard that they're gonna make a Toy Story movie where like Andy's kids are gonna beef with that girl and take the toys back or something. I don't know. I don't know. They're trying to do at least one last one to like salvage Buzz Lightyear's reputation or something like that. I don't know. They just want to try to end on a good note. Um, isn't that what's called the Ethernet, where it's like you plug the cable in? I don't even know. I live in Fresno. I thought he was singing about me for a millisecond. And I'm singing about all of us, Ordinary Pete. I'm singing about all of us. Um, hey Grandmaster, how are you? I don't know. I'm tired. This eye right. You know what I think is really weird? You know how there's like left brain, right brain, like the different things you use. When I was doing like the YouTube thing and I was going hard on YouTube and I was editing, writing, doing all that kind of stuff, my left eye would always be twitching. Always. I'd be up editing for hours and hours. My left eye was always twitching. Since I started this new job, my right eye is always twitching. And that was tripping me out because I was like, hey, I feel like this is like what I feel like when you have a twitch or something like that, that's like like it won't go away. It's been twitching for like 5 weeks. It won't stop. And that's the same thing this side would do when I was hitting YouTube real hard. But now it's this side, and I was like, is it a left brain, right brain kind of thing? And like I'm that like it's hitting my brain that hard or what? But my eye won't stop twitching, and I don't know. I haven't been able to, I just don't feel healthy. Since I started working, I don't have the time to exercise, and we have such weird schedules. Like a lot of the time, I'll start at like 10 or 11 till like 9 or something like that. And it's like such a weird chunk of the day. It's like when you wake up, it's basically time to go to work because I work like 45 minutes away from my house. So it's like by the time I wake up and commute and I get there, and then when I'm done, I get home, it's like time to go to bed already. And that's like my whole day. That's like the worst part of it. Is green tea matcha lemonade. Um, I can't do fight companions anymore because I have to work on Saturdays. I work every single Saturday, so it's over. Um, yup. But I appreciate you wanting me to do one. I wish I could. I know. I need to go back. I still watch like Arthur and stuff like that. Like I'll still watch cartoons when I get the chance. I don't think you outgrow stuff like that. You know, good content is good content. Who are you going for in the Covington Edwards fight? Who am I going for? Oh man. I think I would like Covington to win because Edwards is kind of a boring champion. And it's just me being a selfish spectator, you know. It's like he got the title, and I was like I think we've been spoiled though. Because if it was like in the old days when it was just all about fighting and being a honor and being a tough dude, and that's like all that mattered. But ever since like this era came up where it's all about the marketing and being entertaining and jumping ranks and just getting the people to talk about you. And Leon, in light of that, is a boring champion. So I mean, if if Covington had a title, a real title, not an interim title, that would be really, really, really good and entertaining for the sport, for the fans. Um, my guess is that Edwards is gonna win though, because Edwards fights like Adesanya, especially in his last couple fights. I noticed it's almost like he watches Adesanya tape and just copies him exactly. His stick and move game is so. I think his stick. I almost want to say I think his stick and move game's better than Adesanya's. I feel like he. Uh, I feel like Adesanya tends to take more risks. Um, and I think Edwards is just a little bit more composed. And Covington, like, man, I think sometimes he talks up such a big game that we think he's better than he is. Because I feel like when we see him fight, it's like, bro, I mean, you might as well be doing this like fighting behind the liquor store or something like that. Like he's just throwing, throwing, throwing. I know he's a war of attrition type dude, but there's like never anything enough behind it to stun his opponents. And then he keeps getting hit and then he gets knocked down. And like, I don't know. He just doesn't seem to have what it takes to drop bombs and like climb up there and stay up there. He runs his mouth a good game, and it's a little bit misleading. I don't think he has anything for Edwards, unless Edwards. I mean, it's the same thing as always. The best you could give him is a puncher's chance. If Edwards does something dumb, like he was dominating Diaz the whole fight, and then he almost got knocked out. If he does something like that, then maybe Covington has a shot. But on paper, Covington has nothing for him. Have you seen Tyler Cassidy's song about Ian Garry? Is that the dude that has like long hair and Sean Strickland shared him on his Instagram page? If that's who you're talking about, that was that was like unbelievably impressive. If that's who you're talking about, I don't know. It must be. I doubt there's like several people making songs about Ian Garry, but that was so perfect. It was flawless, flawless victory. That dude with the long hair that was talking like that, it was so good. The whole time I was watching it, like my jaw was on the ground. I was like, this is perfect. It was so good. Um Ian Garry is the Tucker Carlson of MMA. I don't know what that means. I know who Tucker Carlson is, but I don't know anything about him besides his name. I don't watch anything like I can't. It's been like years since I watched the news. Every once in a while I'll see something pop up on social media and that's the most news I get. But I don't watch anything. All that stuff is so depressing. Um Ian Garry needs that coach from the School of Self-Awareness. That's kind of like what Tony Ferguson going in there right now with that dude. What's his name? That dude that runs a lot. Tony Ferguson going in there with that dude is like he might as well go in there with like Tony Robbins. It's just gonna be it's a freak show. And I already know what you're thinking. I like the freak show, but I mean, it's good for me. It's not good for Tony. Tony Ferguson, not Tony Robbins. It's not good for Tony Robbins either because he got passed up for Wait a minute. They're all Tonys. Tony Goggins. I'm all confused right now. Tony Ferguson, Tony Robbins, Tony Goggins. Is it Tony Goggins? What's that fool's name? Seth Goggins? Something Goggins. Who do you got for UFC 296? I don't even know who's fighting. Who's the main event? It's all depressing. I don't even know what's going on anymore. All I do is work. All I do is work, work, work. Edwards and okay, I didn't even know they were the main event. I think Edwards is gonna beat him. I don't even know about Pantoja and Royval. I don't even care. I don't know. Rachmanov, Steven Thompson. I don't want to say the truth because it makes me sad. Um, I look it. You might think I'm delusional. I have not I've not been paying attention to anything. I haven't been watching MMA YouTubers. I haven't been watching X fighters. I haven't been reading the articles. So I don't know what the general opinion is. I feel like Ferguson's gonna smoke Pimblett. I, I don't know. I don't know if that's what everyone's saying or if everyone's saying it's Pimblett. I cannot see every second of fight footage that I've ever seen from Pimblett. Taking that into consideration, I cannot see that fool beating Ferguson, even with Tony Goggins in the corner. Um, Stress related or dehydration, man, bro. The levels of stress there, like working in car sales for a corporate company, bro. It's like the place, and I'm not gonna say. I already said it before, so I could talk papas all I want. I already said it before, in case anyone ever watches. I'm not gonna say where it's at, but I'm just gonna say like I've never had a job like this where like every single second of the day, like you feel like you're in trouble for something. Like every moment you feel like you did something wrong. And it has a way of making a person who feels like they're intelligent and like they're like a bright person, it has a way of making you feel like you're an idiot. It's just like, man, it could be really like soul crushing. And everything's just about numbers, 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 number. Everybody's a number, customers a number, employees a number, everybody's a number. It's like, man, I don't it could be real gross. So there's definitely stress. I mean, there's eggshells. There's eggshell. One of my coworkers got salmonella. There's eggshells everywhere. They have to bring in the street sweeper 2 times a day. And I'm also severely dehydrated. I cannot tell you the last time I drank water. Every day I go to work, I take 5 cans of Diet Pepsi with me, and then I'm downing cups of black coffee over there the whole time I'm there. Every once in a while, I have time to make myself green tea. This is like this is like the third green tea I've had since I started working there, probably. But like, yeah, I can't even remember the last time I drank water. I mean, I accidentally get some into my pores when I take a shower or whatever, but I'm not like intentionally consuming it. Um, Juan Goggins, Harry Goggins. Okay, you guys are playing with me now. David is David Goggins. I knew Tony sounded kind of weird. Wow, I'm way behind on the chat. Oh my gosh, I need to be I'm too long-winded. Uh Whatever you do, do not quit because it makes you feel bad. If I quit, I'm gonna feel bad. Ordinary Pete, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. I'm telling you. I can't anymore. I work on Saturdays. Can you imagine the grandmaster out there wearing a tie? And those dress shoes, they're so uncomfortable. I wear like 4 pairs of socks because they're so uncomfortable. Calling sick like Ian. You should name the movie The Fall of Jesse. Oh, that's gonna be the documentary. Um, Call into work Saturday and tell them someone made fun of your wife, so you won't be able to make it. Oh man. Um. For real, Lucky Duck. Yeah, Kobe doesn't have anything to offer him. He would be a fun champion, but it's not looking good for him. Um. Oh, so that's the dude. All right, yeah, that dude was funny. Hallis, Tyler Cassidy, aka Krispy Kreme, aka Froggy Fresh. He has all those names. Thank you very much. Yeah, that dude was funny. I never seen his stuff. It just shows you like how. Never mind. That dude was so super crazy talented, and I never even seen him before. It's dumb how that happens. That dude should be way bigger. Um. Ian's step husband grounded him for the weekend. Juan Goggins. Man, my eyes driving me crazy. I can't even see the chat. I'm malfunctioning. Um, no, I work at a car dealership. I'm a, I'm a car, I'm a car salesman. Ah! uh, like every time I say it out loud. Oh my gosh. um for your own sake, please find a different and more fulfilling job as soon as you can. I'm worried about you, bro. I'm trying to go back into corrections, I think. I actually don't know if I ever said that on here before. I probably shouldn't have said that right now. I put it on a poll and I don't think people took it serious, but in the door apparently it's like 111,000 plus sign on bonus. Um Corcoran and some other places. Car sales could be really, 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 really good once you get into because of commission. Um, Whatever. Hey, McDojo live. Brr, 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 brr. I peak for McDojo. Brr, 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 brr. I'm willing to peak for McDojo. Brr, brr. I wrote a book. You wrote a book, dropped a website, and we need a season 2 of Kung Fu Theater. You wrote a book. What the heck? Look at how much I'm missing. This dude's a novelist. McDojo Life book. What the heck? Sensei's bars and scars. This dude has a book. How do I find the website? McDojoLife.com. Here's X, and you'll probably have the website. I don't like calling it X on your Twitter, right? No, maybe through Linktree. I don't even understand what Linktree is. Every time I come across a Linktree, like I feel like I'm gonna get a virus. Hold up. McDojoLife.org.com. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey, this looks good. Hey, whoever you I don't know if you heard that. That's my work email. Um, hey, whoever did your website, give them like $5 more. This looks good. Wow. Hey, if you guys want to check, if you're looking for a good time, If you're looking for a good time, go to mcdojolife.com. Thank you very much, Rob from McDojo Life. Yeah, that, I mean, uh, I mean, the studio's no more. I'm sure you know that. Where we used to do kung fu theater, it's gone. So I don't know if we would do that like on Zoom or what. That was super fun. It was really fun, man. Seemed like a whole different life. Things are a lot different now. I appreciate you, Rob. Thank you very much. Thank you. Um, you know what the problem is? I'm kind of sick. I'm kind of sick in the beanie because look, I'll tell you this. The car dealership that I'm at right now is like the only one apparently that anyone has ever heard of because a lot of people have talked to me about this. The car dealership I work at right now pays by the hour, zero commission. I know you're laughing right now. I happen to land at the only job in the only car sales position in the universe where they pay an hourly wage and no commission. That's where I ended up. Supposedly at the end of next month they're going to go to commission. And I know the kind of worker I am. I'm a very very hard worker. I'm doing stuff off the clock. Like that's just the way I get down. Me working there with commission, I think I'm gonna do real good. So I'm kind of like, you know what? It's real difficult right now, and there's a lot of hoops and things I gotta try to, get accustomed to. But once commission is in place, I think we're like, for example, I told you guys this last time, and it's changed a little bit. I've I've been working there not even 2 months, not even two full months, and I have sold 20 and a half cars now. If it's because sometimes you have to split deals, half a car. Some fool didn't come in and buy half a car, but 20 and a half. And that's with zero experience. Never sold anything before in my life, didn't know anything about the car industry. And I feel like, all right, I'm getting in the swing of things. When we go to commission, I think I'm gonna be doing all right. Um the sad addict. No, absolutely. I hate using the word toxic because of what people have made that into, like everything, like you get your feelings hurt for anything. Oh, that's toxic. It's people abuse it, but it absolutely is. Oh my gosh. It's a HR nightmare. Like if you're gonna be a snitch, it's a HR nightmare. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Um Apollo Zeus, brr, brr, brr. Boxing, Greco, and judo for self-defense. Like what? Is that a good combo? I mean, I just like kicking so much. It makes me a little bit sad to have no kicking anywhere in any of that. Like, would you do okay? Like, if you're just trying to yes, for self defense, okay. But I mean, if I don't know, I'd maybe want to replace boxing with kickboxing, or at least supplement it with a little bit of karate. I don't know. I just like that limb. Those leg limbs are just such an asset for creating distance, for checking your opponent, for putting your pata on his knee or something like that, putting that pata right above that knee, right there on the upper thigh, just stopping that fool right in his tracks. I just love being able to use the legs, that Mexican footwork, Um, so boxing, Greco, and judo for self-defense, definitely. I mean, you'll get something real tight right there. But I just love being able to use the feet. I mean, if you implement some kind of understanding of how to use your legs too. Street Beef Scrapyard in the house. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna come on here like Boogie 559. I don't want this to be a complaining kind of thing. I'm here. I'm here. Get used to it. Now how are you doing? You're doing real good, huh? I think last time I was like actively on YouTube, like scrolling and stuff. I think you blew up, bro. Um, can you show us what your car salesman voice sounds like? What does that even mean? I don't know. Just it's all about tonality, you know? It's all about tonality. You got 4 seconds. You got 4 seconds to make that impression. You got to let them know that you're an expert. You got to let them know that you're passionate. You got to be able to sell this highlighter. I was telling, hey, what's up, fool? Hey, where are you from? How far you from around this area? Oh, good long drive, huh? Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, what do you do for a living? Oh yeah, my tío used to do that. Yeah, bro. Okay. So like, and then how about when you're on your day off? What kind of things you like to do for fun? Oh, I get it. Yeah, and I saw what you brought up right here. That looks kind of good. Like, what? Why are you wanting to get another one? What is it that you like or don't like? I'm qualifying him right now. You didn't even realize. You think, oh, I'm just trying to have a conversation. He's a real friendly guy. He's real talkative. He wants to get to know me. I'm qualifying you. Fool. I'm trying to know if I'm gonna put you in that Nissan Versa or if I'm gonna put you in the Mercedes S class. That's what I'm trying to find out right now. Manipulation, no breathing. Miss Chuck Almighty. I imagine GM wearing the gi with the beanie and chanclas, but he's also wearing the tie because he's at work. He's got to keep it professional. Hey, Miss Chuck Almighty, don't say that I stole your idea later because apparently me and you think alike, and especially you because of particular situations are going to see that come up later. You're blowing my mind right now. I responded to your email, so that's all I'm talking about. It's very funny that you say that because I don't want you to see that later and be like, he stole my idea. I just want you to know that we think alike, apparently. That was crazy. um oh, I'm still okay. I'm gonna go wait. Okay, I'm gonna oh my gosh. Let me man, if you said something that you want me to see or you want me to address, just say it again cuz I'm about to go forward in the chat a little bit cuz I'm way too far back. Um it's my pleasure, Steve. It's my pleasure. Man, my eyes hurt so bad right now. Oh. I appreciate that, Drew Mason, but I uh I don't even know where I'm at right now or what I'm gonna do. At one point I was very, very, very proud of my content. There was a point I would have put my content up against anybody's. Um, I don't feel that way right now. And please don't patronize me and say, no, you're wrong. Like it's true. You know, when's the last time I made a video, of that caliber? It's been a while. Um, so yeah, I definitely appreciate the kind words. And there was a time where I felt like that, like someone come at me, put your content against mine. I don't care what the view count says. Let's go video for video, fool. I don't care what any kind of numbers or Social Blade says. Take any one of your best videos and put against my video and let's see what's up. Um, and I still feel like that with anybody's videos. I'll pull a couple from my library and be like, we'll try to do better than this. But like as far as what I'm doing right now, yeah, I'm just not producing like that right now. And I hate it. It's embarrassing. I feel like if I was like an athlete or something and now I'm retired and it's just like it's over or something, I don't it's rough. Um I'd like to get back to that point, but I don't know. Grandmaster needs to write a book, How to Be a Yak, YouTuber, and Car Salesman. Yeah, I'll write it when I figure out how to do it myself, I guess. Describe a regular work day. Woo. Um so I get up. You know what's the weirdest? When I have the shift where I have to start at 8 in the morning. Because remember how back in the day, this has been my life for the longest. I'd be going to sleep at like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. When I start at 8 a.m., I set my alarm for 5:50. So that's the kind of dude I am now. I'm waking up at 5:50 in the morning. I'm like Mark Wahlberg basically. So I wake up at 4:50 at 5:50, get ready, do all the stuff I need to do to get ready, my ice bath and all that kind of stuff. And once I'm ready and I'm put before I got this job, the last time I wore slacks, I was like in like high school concert band. I can't even remember the last time I owned slacks. I had to go buy slacks for this job. I had to buy dress shoes. I hadn't dressed this way since I was a kid, a teenager. And then that one time when I got married, but I don't know. That was one day. Um, had to buy ties and stuff like that. Hey, tying a tie is hard. I still have to watch a video every single time, and Marilena has to help me. I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. It's like it's just never ever gonna happen. I've watched the same video over and over, and like my brain just malfunctions. I can't do it. I physically can't do it. I don't understand. I would watch car videos on YouTube and I would learn how to replace my water pump and my alternator, my radiator. I can't tie a tie. I cannot do it. Especially because I got that double Windsor going. It's nice. People are always like, "Why'd you get your tie not all perfect like that?" I'm like, I don't know. I just took my time, you know. But I don't want to tell them it's that double Windsor because I got the best looking knot around. Um, I mean, people that know, but like, I was actually surprised that they didn't know what a double Windsor was. But I put on my tie, I put on all my stupid looking stuff that's embarrassing. I walk to the car so fast in the mornings. I walk to my car so fast because I don't want anyone to see me like that because I feel like such a fake, like a phony. I feel like I'm not myself. Um, I drive, takes me like 40, 45 minutes to get to work. When I get there, I always have a backpack. I always take my I actually take my Ridge Wallet backpack with me. And I have like all my pens and my notepads and my cards and stuff like that in there. I go straight to the break room, put my backpack down. And then every time when we get there at the beginning of the shift, we have to go to the sales tower. We have to go in there for like a little meeting, a little debriefing, look at the appointments we have for that day, things we did or didn't do the day before. I'm getting all depressed even talking about this right now. The manager will look at your stuff. Hey, what happened to this person? Did you follow up with that person? How come you only got in front of this many people in the last week? How come you don't have more ups? How come you didn't call your leads yesterday? How come you didn't? What did they say? And then they said that. Well, how come you didn't say this? Well, did you offer that? Well, how come you didn't bring? Okay, well, we got to do that next time. Okay, you got to call them today. Okay, did you go to the service department? Did you go to service and see if any unwitting person who just simply wanted to get their tires rotated wants to get a brand new 2024 Titan? Did you didn't ask them? You didn't go ask the old lady who just brought in her car to fix the belt on her alternate. You didn't tell that lady to come in and buy a brand new 2024 SUV. You didn't ask her to do that. How come? I'm gonna make you clean tires today. Okay, everybody get out there. We need to get in front of some people. I want some deals before noon today. Okay, and then we get out there. We go out and then your blood pressure's like, and then we get out there and then we have to open up the gates. We got to remove the blockers because you got to put vehicles in front of the gates to block them in case people come at night and try to steal cars. And then you're basically like the first hour of the day, you're supposed to get on the phones, just make like 40, 50 phone calls. There's one manager that says they want 40 every day, 40 phone calls. There's another one that says 50 every day. That's your standard. Oh gosh, that's terrible. All those phone calls that you're trying to wake up all these people at 8 in the morning to make them absolutely love you and say, I want to go buy a car today because you woke me up. You called me at 8:01 in the morning. That's exactly what I want. I want someone cold calling me, waking me up. And then you got to stand on the law, and just anybody that comes by, you got to sprint at them. Like if there's some dude walking his dog down the street, you got to just go run, grab him by the collar, try to get him in a car. um if you can't get him to buy, you did something wrong. You got to learn your word tracks. Don't let it happen again. If sometimes the mailman shows up, and we got to ask him if he wants to buy a car, because you got to ask him until they buy or die. And if the mailman doesn't buy, how come? We should have boxed him in. We didn't say the right thing. If we would have approached him the right way and we would have qualified him correctly, he would have went home in a new car. um so then the whole day you're just kind of on the lot, and you're kind of going around waiting for ups to come in, whether they're walking in. Sometimes they go down the street from dealership to dealership, just dealership hopping. Sometimes they drive in. You got to be like the first one there to them, because there's other motivated salespeople that would try to beat you to them. And then a lot of the time they're like, oh, I'm just here to see this finance guy, or oh, I'm just here to go to service, or I'm just here for that. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. And then sometimes when someone actually comes in and they want to see a car, you go show them the car, and then you if they like it, you go on test drive, and then they come back and you're like, you want to go over the numbers and stuff, we make it make sense for you, you take it home today. And they're like, yeah, good. And you go in there, and then you put all their information in, work history, address history, stuff like that. And then you do your little pencil, your little four square, and you say, okay, here's the price of the car, here's your monthly your down payment. If you're doing a trade-in, okay, here's where you want to be at monthly, how's your credit, blah 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 blah. And then they're like, okay, I want this $40,000 car, I want to put zero down, I want to have a $200 monthly payment. I don't have really good credit, I don't have a cosigner. Yeah, the last car I got, I was able to get this. It was in 2001. But I was able to get away with zero down, bad credit, and a $200 monthly payment, no cosigner. So I want the exact same thing again right now in 2023, please, or I'm going to walk today. And then you write the numbers down, try to make it make sense. You take it to your floor manager slash closer, and he's like, are you kidding me? Why did you come to me with this garbage? This doesn't even make sense. The math doesn't add up. By the time the term's over, someone still owes like $25,000 on this car. Who's going to pay for this? I ain't going to pay for this. And then there's a back and forth that goes on for about 3.5 hours. And then finally they get the final numbers, the best offer that we're gonna give them. And most of the time it doesn't work out, and they're like, oh, okay, sorry, and then they leave. And then I die inside a little bit, and then I go out and I try to do the same thing all over again. And then when my shift is over, I walk to my car, and then I kind of want to cry, but then I'm like, nah, because I don't want Marilena to see when I get home. So I try to if I had any cash that day, get McDonald's or something, because then that helps me bury the pain when I eat saturated fats. And then I distract myself with that on the ride home, and then I get home, and then I eat whatever Marilena cooked, and then I feel even better. Because as long as I am manipulating my stomach, I'm happy enough at that active moment. And then I try to as they say, veg out for a little bit, and I'll watch like King of the Hill on silent, and I'll just stare at the screen, and then I go to sleep, and then I do it all again the next day. Daddy D Bear, member for 8 months. Member for 8 months. I sound like a British rapper. It's I remember every time I would hear British rappers, I thought it was like a bit. Mike Kasai, what's up? You get 500,000, but you have to take your wife's name and live with her ex. Oh, nah, chale. It's all about the principle. Chale. Chale. You drive a hard bargain, but I had to pass Mike Kasai. Al Rivera, keep being you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. There was a very nice lady. I don't know if I told you guys a story last time. Long story short, there was a very nice lady who was my customer, and she actually made me some homemade jam. She brought me some jam, and she told me something along those lines because she didn't like some of the stuff that she was experiencing there and the way she was being treated. And she actually texted me later. She's like, "You don't belong there. You gotta get out of there. Um, keep being yourself. Don't let them change you." And I was like, man, she made me kind of emotional. I appreciate that. And there was a dude that quit the other day, and he texted me. He said something the same lines. He's like, "You don't belong there, bro. This is going on and that's going on, and you know how it is with this and that, and there's this unethical things." And he's like, "You gotta get out of there, bro." And I'm just like, okay. But I appreciate you, Al Rivera. Thank you. David Zimmerman. I don't believe in Zimmerman. I just believe. Kobe Covington, Slade, Crybaby, LeBron. It was classic. Wait, what did he do? Did they have a celebrity death match or what? How did I miss that? I was the walrus. Is your goal to become an actor or director? Sometimes things are so off course that I actually forgot. Sometimes things get so far off course from where you I thought they would be that I forget what I even wanted to do. I just get so distracted with what's happening right now. I forgot, like, oh, you could actually dream about stuff. You could actually have goals. um I wanted to be an actor, and it's so frustrating because and I know that like everyone watching this right now could relate to this. Some of you wanted to grow up and be like an artist, like a painter. Some of you wanted to be a singer. Some of you wanted to be an author. Um, you wanted to run your own business, whatever it is. And like not just like you're delusional, like you know you'd be good at it, but like you objectively would. Like you have a amazing, beautiful, fantastic singing voice, or you could sit down with some paints and make a masterpiece, like whatever it is. That's how I feel about acting. And it's so frustrating. Like if I just had that stupid opportunity. And I see so many other people that get it. Like you see people on network shows or movies, and it's like, this is so corny. And it's like, how did they get there? And I just like, yeah, that's what I would like. But at the same time, like I wouldn't be like a diva or anything like that. I could be an actor and whatever. I'll do my part. But like perfect world, I like to write the stuff that I act in. I like to have control of it because just the way people are today, the kind of content they want to write, the kind of things they want people to say, and the kind of situations they want the characters to be in, it's like, man, it would be hard for me to be a part of that. I like to write the content and then I would act in the content. And then another thing for me, I feel like the people that write it are the directors because they're the ones dictating what happens. I've said it before. I feel like directors are useless because once somebody wrote what's supposed to happen, boom, there it is. Like just have the writer tell you what to do. So like I feel like I would want to write it, I would act in it, and I would also direct it because it's like it's my brainchild. I know what I wanted to see, what's supposed to happen, how they're supposed to say their lines and stuff. So it's like all of it, like Woody Allen, but not like Woody Allen, you know. um uh I was about to order a pair of Snap-on ties from Amazon, and Marilena was like, "Don't you do it. Don't you do it." Have you ever considered writing a script and hitting an open mic? I think you would do very well. I don't I remember when I was younger, I was in a few plays, and it was one of the funnest things I ever did in my life. It was one of the funnest things. I like being in a production and acting and performing in front of people. It was like exhilarating. I don't think I would enjoy stand-up comedy though. Like when you watch a play or a production or something, people are like in it. It's like they're watching a movie, and there's like some forgiveness, some allowances there, and they just go along for the ride. I feel like when you're a stand-up comic, it's almost like you against the audience, and it's almost like whether or not they intend to, they're like judging you the whole time. And it's like I don't feel like putting myself like I don't want to go up there and everyone's like, all right, let's see, are you funny? Make me laugh. Man, I didn't think that one was that funny. It's like I don't want to put myself in that situation. It might sound stupid. I know it's like all defensive or whatever, but it doesn't appeal to me. It To me, stand-up comedy is like your whole career is like you're on a never-ending episode of Shark Tank. Like you're just every second having to prove, look, I'm funny. And it's like that doesn't appeal to me. But the one time I ever even hypothetically entertained the thought of stand up, and I don't know if this is what you meant, Iron Will. I don't know if you meant writing the script and like stick to it in my mind, or like literally going up there with paper. Um, because I actually thought if I ever did do it, that would be kind of part of my thing, and I'd go up there like with a piece of paper. So that's the only way I would even consider it hypothetically. Um, do you have safe spaces at work? I'm pretty sure you're joking. Um, but either way, no. No, there's no respect there. They treat you like you're a little kid, like you're always in trouble, condescending, always talking down to you. Nothing's ever good enough. There was a day I told you guys I sold 3 cars in one day. And that day I felt like a hero. And then the next day I was back to just being nothing. Uh, hey, mowing lawn sounds relaxing though. Just being out there on your own, no one in your face, and no customers, no quotas. Respect. Yeah, Hank, it's rough, man. You know what I'm talking about. It's rough. It's rough. You just feel like a desperate person out there, just at the beck and call of very like, "But please, please, what could I show you? Does this like is this appealing to you? What if I bring this down? What about this? What if I make it in this color? Is that good? Will you take it today? No, don't go over there. What if I could be what they're doing for you? Will you consider it? Okay, yeah, okay." It's like, oh my goodness. Um the mandatory add-ons, that's what kills it. Being the dude in the middle, having to explain add-ons to someone who just drove from 3 hours away because they saw what looked like an amazing deal, and that's what made them come all the way, and then boom, I have to tell them, "Oh, by the way, there's these add-ons that are about 2,500 to 3 grand." They get very, very upset, and I'm the one that has to break that news to them. It's terrible. It's terrible. So if bums come onto the lot, do the managers expect them to buy a car as well? Hey, they'll be at least annoyed if they don't. They'll be at least annoyed. Yeah. There was a lady, there was a lady that left because, and this has happened a few times, variations of this. She left because the numbers weren't working for her. She's like, okay, sorry, we couldn't work. She left. She's walking through the parking lot. And I go in there to let them know. And they're like, what? She's leaving? What do you mean? And they said, go get her. I said, what? They said, go get her, bring her back. And I was like, I told them, I said, you want me to like tackle her or what? You want me to grab her by the shoulder? Like, what do you mean go get her? So I just walked out kind of slowly, like this is stupid. I was like, okay, I'll walk in her direction. And that's all I'm gonna do. And then one of the managers came from behind me and kind of ran right past me and got to her first and was like, blah, blah, blah. And man, one of the saddest displays I've ever seen in my life. There's been at least 4 different times I've been told to go chase someone to go get them back when they're already like pretty far away. Um uh no, it's not for everybody. What about break time? There is no break time. If you take a break, you'll probably not have if you take breaks every day, the accumulation of that, you probably won't have enough time total to meet your quota. Since my after my I haven't taken a break or a lunch since my first week there. I clock out from my lunch every day and I keep working and then I just clock back in. I set a timer. I'll be working a deal, I'll be on the lot, I'll be on the phones, I'll clock out, set a timer, and then when it goes off, I clock back in. I work the whole time. I don't take breaks. Do you watch Sam Hyde and Nick Rochefort streams, GM, lots of car sale stories? No. I'll check those out. I hear the name Sam Hyde pop up a lot, but I don't really know the story with that guy. It's like I feel like he did something to gain fame, and now he kind of just like podcasts, but I don't know what his background is or what he did. I don't know if he was a comedian, an actor, a YouTuber. I don't know what he did. So what do you do for fun? Come on. None of us have time for fun. We're probably all like that in here. There's no time to do anything. Um Hey, I'm glad, Hank. I'm glad you were able to make it. Did you watch the movie Office Space? Yes. Look, please pay attention to this, okay? There's 2 movies that perfectly sum up my situation right now. And I'm telling you, please be responsible and don't watch it with kids in the room or anywhere near the room because there are graphic scenes and I don't want you to ruin your child's mind. Kids should not see stuff like that. You shouldn't. I don't know. I will be judgmental right now, and I will be. I will talk down to you. Um, don't let your kids watch movies where they're gonna be exposed to things that's gonna mess with their brain and make them try to grow up too soon. You know what I'm talking about. But there's a movie Office Space, and there's another movie called Suckers, and it's about the car industry. And when I watched it like a month after I started working there. And I was like, I feel like somebody watched that movie and said, let's make this place that movie. It's like a carbon copy. The movie's called Suckers. To the T. That's like where I'm at right now. Um, so if you want, you could check it out. I think the whole movie was on YouTube, if I remember correctly. Um, And I saw a contribution to the movie come through right now, and I just want to say thank you. Let me see who this was. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Uh, Hey, Drew Mason. Drew Mason came through with the contribution. Thank you very much for doing it. Thank you, Drew Mason. Um, Sam Hyde is a terrible person. Oh, geez. You see? That's why I don't watch him. That's why I don't watch him. I just always see his name pop up with like weird takes of certain things. He seems like kind of like a shock, like one of those dudes that just likes to rage and act crazy just for views, but I don't know anything about him. There's a lot of money in car sales if you don't care about people. It's good experience to move into another job like selling paper. Yeah, that's my problem. I will not lie. I won't lie to anybody. I won't do it. And I've noticed if I move up into like a closer kind of position or floor manager, I want to be careful how I word this. There's things that go on at levels higher than mine where you have to be willing to do stuff like that, and I won't. And I guess the position I'm in right now, there's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes that I don't see and that I'm not exposed to. But if I am, I just will be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I won't lie to people. The customer service is very, very, very important to me. Like there was a couple of times some lady who was a customer of mine, like one for example, she came back and she had some concerns, some questions about how to use certain things on the car. And I was out there with her for like 2 hours just trying to help her. And I wanted to be as thorough as possible. And I was like, okay, let's look into this. And no, that doesn't look right. Let's take some time and let's Google this. And I was doing everything I could. I was walking around. I was getting chargers for her to help her plug in and do the car play. And there was a manager who's like, dude, what are you doing? You've been with her for like this long. You can get rid of her. I was like, what do you mean? She needs help. And he's like, dude, she already bought a car. She already bought the car. She gonna buy another car? And I was like, dude. So he went up to her and he was like talking real short with her and blah, 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 blah. And then he's like, come on. And then I kind of looked back and he's like, don't look back. Don't look back. She's gonna keep talking to you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I can't do things like that. I can't, I won't treat people like that. Um, ay, 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 ay. Kamikaze plays. There's no way you think of Sam Hyde as a terrible person if you watch Red Bar. So I don't watch Red Bar. I know who he is. I don't know how to feel about Red Bar. So Red Bar, the whole reason I even learned who Red Bar was because he made a video of one of my videos. And people were like, Red Bar, Red Bar, Red Bar's watching you, Red Bar. And I was like, who is Red Bar? And I looked it up and it took me a while to find it. And then I found it and I was like, oh shoot, who is this guy? He looks like all legitimate. He looks like he's like a DJ, like a radio host or something. And he like really, really was into one of my videos. And I was flattered. I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I started watching, like looking into some of his stuff, and I was like, oh shoot, this guy like hates a lot of the people that I watch. um, just like tearing into them. I was like, I don't know like how to feel about this guy. And then I mean, I don't watch too much of any one person's content enough to really, I guess I kind of just faded out on it. So I don't really know like who is that guy, what does he stand for? Nice to see you, Michael Lang a Lang a Lang. Thoughts on Guru getting cured and gaining his legs back in South Africa? I think it's beautiful. I think it's very beautiful. I've been seeing all those things for the short kings where they could extend their legs. That's been all over the internet. Now I don't know if that's in any way related or if it was like some of the like the same kind of breakthrough. I have no idea. but it's very good. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Sam Hyde is a funny dude, most definitely a little racist, but if we're being honest, most people are. And yeah, there's levels. It depends on who you're being racist to. Like there's some people that you don't want to be racist to, but it's funny to be racist to other people. So you just have to decide who that is. Um Amazing. Um Sounds like many of your coworkers are on amphetamines. Do they have crazy jaw and tongue movements when they're waiting for their turn to talk? Yeah, I told Marilena like I think the first day I worked there, I was like, and I'm not, I'll say this as vaguely as I can. I came home and I said, this gentleman, I'm pretty sure is on coke because he's always going like this. Uh-huh. All the time. And he's like, and just like the dude that makes everyone feel super stressed out, just going like a million miles a minute. Um, and then I heard other people talking about it around a counter one day, how they all like to prep certain things that they like to do. And I was like, dang, that's what it's like here. Um, burp, burp, burp. Burp, burp, burp. Boys roasting. Hey, Jesse, I have a 420 credit score, have 300 down, and need an SUV that fits 5 kids. My budget is 350. Let me see. 420 with 300 down and 350. Ooh. With that, I mean, if you could get a cosigner, that could change everything. But without a cosigner, I could put you in let me see. Without a cosigner, let me see what I got for you right now. Now, when you say SUV, are you even open at all to a minivan? Because I got a Honda Odyssey right now that starts at 5,900 with dealer accessories that and tax, DMV tax. That's gonna take you to like, ooh, it's gonna take you to like close to 10. Um, I could put you in this van and I could keep you at the price that you want to be at. Honestly, this is a 2007 Honda Odyssey. It does have DVD. This is with DVD, and it only has 202,797 miles. If you're open to that, I can make that happen for you today. Will that be cash, card, or check today? If the Honda Odyssey does not work for you, I do have a 2013 Nissan Rogue S. Out the door, that's gonna be close to like 13. I could work with you on the accessories. Maybe if I knock off a couple accessories, I could be where you want to be. Can you help me out with like 500 down, maybe? Maybe like five. Well, yeah, 500 down. This one has 107,000 miles. I believe I can help you out with this one here. Um, yeah, if you could help me out with like 500 down, I think I could put you in this one today. Do we have a deal if I can make this happen today? Um, if if they find it and they want to hold it against, I mean, they don't, they can't. I remember when I used to work at Pizza Hut, and the manager wanted to get me in trouble because Marilena used to work there with me, and I took her on one of my deliveries, and the manager wanted to write us up, and I was like, "Oh, are you gonna write that up alongside with writing up yourself because you give alcohol to the underage employees and you guys drink after the clock while I'm mopping up? Because we could sign them together if you want." I mean, I don't understand people that have the nerve to come after people when they're just like they're like exposing themselves on the daily. Shh, don't play with me. Um, no, for real, the Odyssey's ready to go right now. I'll throw it in detail right now. Um, all right, I need to go eat something. I'm starting to feel weak. I've had a lot of caffeine today. I'm starting to get a little bit shaky. I got no food. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't even know what we have. I think I'm gonna have a ham sandwich. I have some kettle chips right now, so I'm probably gonna make a ham sandwich and put a bunch of kettle chips in it because I like that crunch. Um, if you feel like it, you can help support the movie up there, pinned in the chat down below in the description. We're trying to make a movie. If you didn't know, you can click on the link and see the Indiegogo page with all the descriptions, all the perks, different stuff like that. If we're able to make this movie, it could absolutely change everything. And then we'll be able to do skits. I'll be able to bring Flacco back. We'll be able to keep making more movies, maybe a TV show, stuff like that. Um, Maybe I'll throw you a bone every once in a while and talk about a UFC event. But if you're not able to contribute, it would mean very, very much to me if you could just share it. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, share it on WhatsApp with the budgies. Um, just let me know. Oh, there's this I'll tell that story another time. But there's a dude that works with me, I'll say, that speaks another language, and he's brought in a bunch of clientele that speaks that language. So then I started learning a few sentences to mess with them, and I started talking to some of his people. He's like, "Hey, buddy, no, no." Until next time, GM, I'm writing the email now. All right, I appreciate you very, very much. Your kindness is shocking, Miss Chuck Almighty. Um, and it's exciting. It's exciting. It's encouraging. But contribute to the movie if you can. If you cannot, please spread the word. You might have a rich deal that you didn't even know is following you on Facebook. Um, we only have like 15 more days to do this. The deadline is the 31st. All right. You guys be safe out there. Don't do anything dumb. If you have any car questions, if you're in the market, ask me and I'll help you out.